All right, Rob G. Joe Burrow's been through a lot in his NFL career.
Mm-hmm.
He got hurt his first year, came back his second year, took the Bengals to the Super Bowl somehow, some way, and every year it seems like he's banged up or has to miss some games or something's happening with him. And he had some kind of cryptic comments that people are reading into.
Guys, it's worse than that. Joe Burrow has been hurt basically every season since 2017 back at Ohio State. Broke a bone in his throwing hand in 2017. Torn rib cartilage at LSU in 2020. Torn ACL and MCL 2020 with the Bengals.
Call those barbecue
so that
ribs?
was in the same season, like same calendar year. Got hurt at LSU, got hurt again with the Bengals. 2021 dislocates his pinky. 2022 ruptured appendix. 2023 calf strain. 2023 to end the season, torn wrist ligament. 2025 turf toe, which is wearing a metal plate in his cleat right now. Even still, he came back early from the injury, beats Baltimore in his first game back, goes toe-to-toe with Josh Allen, comes up short. Effectively, they're not totally out of it, but effectively ending any chance they had of making the postseason. And yesterday, when he met with the media, he looked despondent. He sounded despondent. You don't believe me? Take a listen.
If I want to keep doing this, I have to have fun doing it. You know, I've been through a lot, and if it's not fun, then what am I doing it for? I'm not sure there was a singular moment or of time. It's just a reflection on a lot of things that I've done and been through in my career. I think I've been through more than most, and it's certainly not easy on the brain or the body. So just trying to have fun doing it again.
Joe Burrow, this is a public service announcement to you. Is this on? At 29 years old, this isn't a reflection. You don't sound like you want to play football. Like it's taking a toll on you. I got a message for you. Retire, Joe Burrow. Retire. It's okay. For real. You got your whole life ahead of you. Whenever you start talking about reflecting about a 40-year-old guy, maybe a 38-year-old guy, 29, and you're feeling that downtrodden, that beat up, and not excited about playing football. Seriously, I respect Andrew Luck. He said, no mas. Kelvin and I both know football players who don't even like playing football, but they do it to make money. It's the biggest dirty secret in sports. They make a lot of money. I'm 6'8". I'm 350 pounds. I can't.
6'1", run a 4.2.
There's no other job I'm gonna get paid to do anything. Working in an office, I can't even fit into a cubicle. but the idea that once you start talking about you're not having fun, if you're 29 years old and you don't feel like you're having fun as a professional athlete, that's a red flag. That's 2 red flags. If this was the 70s, that would be a fanny flag. It just means that you should really reconsider where you are in life and whether or not you want to continue, because it's scary when you go out there and your heart's not in it. You could get hurt. And it sounds like he's taking a beating and it is weighing on him. That's why when guys retire early or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who am I thinking of with the Rams? Donald.
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald. I'm sorry. I said Sam.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald. I respect. He won a Super Bowl. He got paid. He's like, I'm good. Thank you. He had years to go. He looks great now. He's happy with his family. I'm good. And Joe Burrow, you can say whatever you want, took the Cincinnati Bengals to the Super Bowl. They didn't win. You can't tell me he wasn't a great quarterback and his numbers and all this other stuff and what he was able to do before he showed up there. They couldn't they couldn't win a playoff game. They were 0-7 in playoff games. So he accomplished something. He didn't win a championship. But if you're not having fun at 29 in the National Football League, I'm telling you, Joe Burrow, retire.
So you touched on a couple of things. The first thing that jumped out to me when he was talking about that, Rob, was brain. He said, all this weighs on the brain and the body. Specifically with the brain, that's the mental part. That's the mental part that a lot of the fans don't ever get to see or hear because we look at the physical. Aaron Donald looks like a specimen. Me and Rob G were just talking about that a couple weeks ago because he always posting something on socials of him working out still. People are like, man, come to my team. Come to my team. You're in great shape. It's the mentals. It's the do I want to put up with going back-to-back with injuries, going through the rehab, going through the mental anguish of, am I going to be the same even when I rehab? Will I come back the same? It's the traveling. It's the first time your kids say, Daddy, why can't you ever drop me off at school? It's all of these things that come in with being a professional. It ain't just the game. It ain't just Sundays. They'd sign up for just Sundays, right? It's all the other parts. It's the money and what it comes with it and family and cousins out the blue calling you and the challenges with having contracts and disputes with organizations and your teammates wants to get paid and you got to speak for him. All of that weighs on you. And when you're Joe Burrow and you've been dealing with injury after injury from college to the pros, you're in a bad team. You make them good, but they're still a bad organization. You're mad at them. You probably want to leave, but you also are one of those guys who want to gut it out. It's personal. I want to stay and battle through it. Your agent's probably saying you need to leave and go win somewhere else. All that stuff weighs on you, especially when you're just sitting there and you're injured and you can't be at your best. So I absolutely can understand what Joe Burrow's going through. I would advise him to take the rest of this season off. You're nicked up, you're banged up, you're playing with metal sheet in the bottom of your shoe. Have a seat, take some time to reflect, deal with your own, personal life. The man just had a birthday yesterday. He's 29. Reflect with your family, reflect on your priorities, where you are, take 2 months away, and come back and talk to me if I'm the president of the team, general manager, or the owners. Take some time away. You need to get away for a little bit and reflect. But, yeah, man, the average person doesn't know that side of what these pro athletes go through. It ain't just the physical. It ain't just the skills. They got that. I look at Barry Sanders. You know this. You were there. Barry Sanders could still have played another 2-3 years. Broken records. He's just had enough. Megatron had another 2 or 3 years. Just had enough. And there's a common denominator between the three guys, Joe Burrow, Megatron, and Barry. They were in bad organizations. They're in teams that weren't winning. Teams that weren't,
I don't call the Cincinnati Bengals bad.
Well, they're not the Lions bad, but what I mean is,
I'll push back on that. He went to the Super Bowl, I can't equate Barry Sanders being with the Lions all that time and Kelvin Johnson when that team couldn't win any games. They were winning 2 and 3 games a year. I get the wear and tear on that. This team, not that long ago, was in the Super Bowl. They went to Kansas City and beat them twice, beat the Chiefs in their heyday.
And what I'm saying is that was the anomaly. Them not being good is more common. And I think all of that just weighs on you. But again, we went down the history of his injuries, man. I think he needs to step away, take a couple months, reflect, get healthy, and then come back and make a decision. But again, you mentioned Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck did it, moved on. Now he's a AD somewhere, and he
general manager, what they call him. But he sounds like Andrew Luck before he retired. Mm-hmm. Let's just be honest. Everybody
don't want to be Tom Brady and playing at 45. Nobody ain't built for that.
And you don't want your brain scrambled and all the other stuff that could come with it. And Brady was being protected. He didn't. I saw who put the number out. I saw was it Schefter had the number. Like he's played in 12 or 13 games left in Andrew Luck and has like 40 more sacks or something. Do you have the number, Rob G?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, right?
He said it during the broadcast. I actually put it here right so I could remember to say it because it was a wild stat.
Yep.
Joe Burrow has played 73 career games. He's been sacked 203 times. For context, Andrew Luck played 86 games before retiring and was sacked 174 times.
We were saying he was running for his life a lot.
Yep.
I remember saying, dang, if Andrew Luck could get more protection, he would do more. So, yeah, all that weighs on you, figuratively and literally, all that 300-pound men tackling you every day.
And the way Joe Burrow plays, he's not the kind of guy who's like, Peyton Manning, I'm going to fall down and not get hit.
No. He going to gut it out.
He goes for every single yard. Yep. He holds it as long as possible to get as deep down the field as he can. So his style of play lends itself to taking shots like that.
Troy Aikman-ish.
Yeah, Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman was trying to get Michael Irvin and them down the field and was taking some licks. So it wouldn't surprise me. I don't think he's going to retire, but I definitely think he's going to take a little sabbatical.
I think he should retire.
I hear you.
Once you start talking about that and questioning it. When somebody says they're not having fun, a 29-year-old making $1 gazillion playing a sport, right? Seriously. Like a lot of people got to go to work and sit in traffic, and now they don't have enough money to pay their bills. That ain't fun. You tell them how playing football ain't fun? That tells me all I need to know.
You know how you talk about Luka is the oldest 25, 26-year-old?
Yeah.
Joe Burrow is 29. Joe Burrow out there looking 35, 36.
Man.
The way he's beaten them brutalized over the last, 7-8 years. All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts, and while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.